We're going to jump in. It is on strike zone domination. I just want to discuss the technicality of this map. You are more than likely to see, it is the triangle. You will see either a dom take for a dom take. You'll see a push and then another counter push. And that is generally how this goes. The team, again, and I've said this throughout the tournament, the team that holds this the longest on those points will take it. It is about holding, in my opinion, A and C.
Fair enough. Well, we will see. The point you're getting at there is a very good one. This map, unlike a lot of domination maps, is not linear. It's a triangle, which does mean that every single point can be used to hold the other team in. Unlike some maps where you try and hold them one end or the other, this one, B, is viable to hold them in. Not only that, but every time you see a team grab a point, we tend to find the other team actually rotating around and counter-capping a domination point.
Yeah.
But jumping on board with Orbit Vintage first of all.
Yeah, looking at this Vintage, really, he is. He's going to hold Pro Shop. His teammate pushes onto left hand and up through the shop towards the kitchen. Now he's going to hold Pro Shop to counter any attack from that side. There's one on the catwalk, managing to pick him off, cleaning up nicely. There's the A capture and a B, taking a great buzz kill and quicker than you, just that little bit smarter and quicker there, taking out Vintage. Now they've got to be really careful. They know, and they're going to call this off. And you will see in this mode a lot of Bulldogs. They love the Bulldogs on this map.
Well, they see Luke actually using one inside of B at the same time. However, it does seem like TYT might be able to hold down A. We're going to jump on board with Fearcrads, who could get the neutralize on here. He doesn't have as many people supporting him. He's going to come down 1v1. Is that player going to challenge him? They aren't, and Fearcrads looks like he might actually secure this if he can hold on for just a more second, and he does actually not get it. As TYT come in, but they have players on support as both these two teams stack up against each other very nicely at the moment. On ball quicker than you, he gets taken down. Insomnulus now holding at C. He doesn't want the trade to happen.
Yeah, this is a really integral part here. If he take the trade, they will lose these points. They're only currently holding one flag, which is C. So he needs to take this full control, allow his three other teammates to push forward, maybe take A. Look at Fearcrads here, pushing through. He needs to be rare on the left-hand side, taking that, cleaning it up nicely. Great play from this situation, moving into B. And I can see what they're trying to go as he gets taken out there, and it's Orbit Luke managing to pull off that nice kill. What they want to do here is to push C and B, and that would be a great setup for these guys. Benny Central pulling. As I say, he's just about to take a nice kill. He got taken out by LXT, and that is a crucial kill. Score-wise, it is 29-19. A big early lead here for Orbit, and you know, I was expecting this, to be honest with you, from the off.
Well, Orbit are certainly outplaying TYT a little bit at the moment, but it's certainly not one-sided. TYT are certainly trading blows with Orbit now, and can they keep pushing forward? Luke is the man on forward as he picks up another kill. One more around the corner, doesn't manage to get it as he gets taken down. So we default over to Jake on the far side of the map. He's not going to find anyone there. So let's go on board with Vintage, going to try and hold down A from the TYT push.
Looking at this as we go for an Orbit play, he takes that, cleans it up nicely. He's going to hold. He knows there's another one there. Takes out Crads. Great. I'll tell you what,
running
the
into his gun
brilliant.
sight. Is he going to get another one as well? Oh. No, quicker than you. Outshoots him this time. Goes lows and shuts him down. Can he hold down the stairs? No, Lexity caps him as well. And it does seem like TYT are just trying to hold on. You can see in every little bit of the gameplay, gun skill and tactics, there's just an edge to Orbit, and that is giving them a bigger lead overall. It's the sum of its parts.
I have to say, you don't often see this by a team, but Orbit aren't rushing plays. They have this setup of A and B, and this setup are pushing the TYT in a huge defensive play. Normally on this map you will see trade for trade. There isn't that. At the present moment in time, as I do say that, TYT are taking the A dom, but it's Insomnus that gets taken out there by Jake with the Bulldog. Great play by Crads there, managing to take it, which now means that he managed to pick that player off. It's now A and C in the favour of TYT. Maybe a little bit too late. It's 61-39. Crads holding this left-hand side, gets taken out by
the face.
And that is why they like the Bulldogs. It's an instant kill, especially when you're trying to defend that A. And Jake gets taken out there. This is all action, and Orbit are being so dominant, I'll be honest with you.
TYT have a really good opportunity to equal it up now, though. They're still holding 2 points. but you can see it's Orbit who have decided to split them and go for both at the same time. They've neutralized C, which has given Luke a very easy cap onto A, and all of a sudden Orbit are back on 2 points, and now they're going to go shut down TYT. You look at TYT push up. Let's jump on board with one of them. It's Fearcrad, going to go catwalk, going to come back into the middle. He's going to go through kitchen. He is. They're making a hard push now towards it, and he gets shut down as well, as it does seem like TYT are being countered at every single turn.
Just look at the scoreboard on the right hand side there. LXT is 6, 9 and 5 captures. Vintage 16 for 9, 12 for 6 for Jake, 12 for 11 for Luke there, 12 for 11 for Jake. Krads is 11-11. Insomulus is seemed to be struggling here. He does have 3 captures, but here's 5 and 11. And to be honest with you, with a map this small, you need to have those kills. Otherwise, you're not going to get the defense of those domination points. As we see here with Orbit Luke, it is now A and C, and these guys need to be careful they don't get triple capped here.
Oh, Luke, it's actually been shot at there. If he'd seen the guy come in the door, he could have got the trade. Doesn't matter, still in the lead now. Jake is the man on with the Bulldog, and it looks like he's actually going to push straight towards B. Going to go for the trade at the same time. Now he gets in here. If his teammates hold it off, they could have the triple kill. Doesn't matter. It's the last second anyway. 93-61 in favour of Orbit going into the second half. It's a good lead. 32 points. You know what we say sometimes, it's not like that is a fair amount now. We say like 21, I believe, was the famous example where we said it wasn't actually that big and it did get turned around. 32 here. The problem is that although it can be turned around, and we have seen it before, I don't think TYT are the team to do it.
No, I think Orbit really closed that down. And guys, I'm just going to give you a quick update here, and I hate to say this. It's TCM1. Well, I don't hate to say it. It's TCM1 Tech nil. So well played, guys, at the moment. It is in the first round. So me taking strike zone. That's a big round as well. I will say, going back to this game now, guys, that Orbit need to do exactly the same as they've done here. They weren't rushing. They held the lines. They used the I called it the cross map control, because you know it's in a triangle. They've isolated those domination points and they've held them, stopped anyone coming through. And if they did get through and take the point, straight away they were on that neutralization, and it forced TYT to drop back, and they gained it straight back. Fast gameplay, and you know, all I can see from here is Orbit just extending that 32-point
gap.
You know
what? For me, it's like I said, it's those tiny bits everywhere. 60-40%. They're just winning more gun battles. Their tactics are slightly better. They know the rotation. You can even see it's on some of the Orbit players. They just know these players are coming. They're like, you're predictable. You're not used to playing at our level. And, you know, even TYT are kind of like, we know how good these guys are. We just want to give them a really good game.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know what? Don't count them out, though. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a whitewash.
No, there could be a round, I did say before it's Blitz. But, you know, with the levels that these guys are at, and I said this before, I think it's just TYT lacking that experience, the gameplay and the game time played. Ghost is new to everybody, but Call of Duty is new to this team here. They've been playing for a while, but as a unit, that's why I think they lack. And I'm gonna say here, I reckon there could be a good run or a good kill streak.
Well, maybe let's see if that does happen. First of all, we're jumping on board with Quicker Than You and seeing how he is going to push this one. I imagine he's going to go straight right. He does. Is this going to be the B push, or is he going to go for C to counter? It looks like he might be going for B. No, he's actually holding, waiting for someone to come down mid. They haven't put pressure out really anywhere. Now they're going into B, but it's a little bit too late. He's going to come into 2 members of Orbit as he runs in and gets shut down with a Bulldog.
And that Bulldog is so detrimental when you're playing on close combat. And the guys from Orbit loving this play. Quicker Than You, pushing right-hand side, heading towards Pro Shop, managing to pick off a kill there nicely, which means it's going to set him up to try and capture C. He's going to jump down onto Statue, and this is a favourite place, actually. I will say, a lot of teams try and push behind Truck. These guys, pro-wise, push towards the leg of that Statue. Allows them to see, as you see with Quicker Than You popping out, does gain them that C point, which means A and C now in their favour. And I have to say, it is the spawns, and Jake takes a kill, takes out Creds, but it's Insomulus that clears that up for him. And this is the start that TYT needed.
Jake hasn't actually managed to hold that. Is it going to be traded once again? TYT taking the advantage. Insomulus on board, as now they do have the advantage back once again. It's going to be Benny Central trying to prevent some kills going down. Ney going out. Can he get this kill? He does. Picks him up by shooting him in the foot. He must have been weak already. But now you can see Benny tries to take it as Orbit all spawn up. They're going to go for C. as the spawn into B for TYT. And are they going to push A like they should? I think they are, and it's going to be very difficult for Orbit to hold this one. But no, it's Vintage at the moment. They've got him holding it down. Let's jump on board with him and see how he holds this.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful. It's quicker than you. Yeah, Benny Central just picks him up. Luke going for the nade over the top. He gets taken out as he was cooking that. And you know what? These guys have actually come out a lot more aggressive. And I think this is what they were lacking in the first half. TYT need to find that niche and that groove. They seem to be settling in. The only thing that they mustn't do is let Orbit gain control. And you see quicker than you now going for the neutralization or trying to secure A. I tell you, watching LXT, he's taken a lot of kills here and very, very fast. He's pushed up immensely the last couple of minutes. I just saw it on the scoreboard. He's trying to, there he goes. There's the headshot on the A. Takes that on the payback. There's his second kill. Pushing forward. He's looking for the capture on A. They now hold a flag apiece. There's his third as he's trying to push forward to A, allowing his teammates to go through. There goes his fourth. He gets taken out, and LXT 10-for-6. And this guy, I said there was going to be a nice kill streak. He's now got four in a row, I believe that. Six in a row. I did say there would be a big run, and he is just amazing.
Specialist bonus is in full effect. Now, for a little bit there, TYT did have a chance to kind of toe the line and come back into it, and they were dominating Orbit for a bit. But Orbit have stepped up. They brought TYT to their knees, and they have taken the lead back. However, they are now losing, so they have to get in there and just keep tight. They cannot underestimate these teams. The long qualification process, it weeds out the very best and the worst. And you know what? Neither of these teams can claim they're going to whitewash this. As quicker than you taking B once again. They are trading. They have 2 points if they hold this. Can they lock in this Orbit team into B?
I just love the way 2 jumped on that straight away from TYT, helping them to take that advantage. Currently, at the moment, they've just taken the lead by a point, as we see quicker than you getting taken out on there by Jake. Yeah, look at he's coming round. He's going to try and go for the neutralization here. This will push them away from the A flag, and they're losing at the moment. Do you know, this is just cap for cap, and as we said before, this is what happens if you rotate round too quickly and you lose that hold.
It doesn't. They have lost it again. Orbit back in the lead. Lexi comes out and says, I've got you pinned in there. You're going down regardless. And you can actually see, I think Orbit now are just putting their slaying power. Look at that spawn, though.
Yeah,
TYT are going to spawn into B, cause a few problems there. Look at that spawn all over the map. As TYT have been pushed so hard, the spawns have just keep spawning away from Orbit at the furthest possible point.
I was going to say, Orbit Luke saw him there, managing to pick Benny Central up, as we see LXT trying to hold and defend this A-Dom. And the position, this favoured stairs, it purely gives them the advantage to take the hedge clip. And there's a specialist bonus again. He is on a 5. Vintage is on a 6. Both LXT and Vintage. And we said it before, these players are game changers. And they're really starting to get the hold as he picks up another kill, cleans it nicely, gets flash, gets taken out by
Orbit
Insomnius.
Actually going down there. And you can actually see on the scoreboard, this second half, very, very close. The first half obviously went in the favour of Orbit by 32, but the second half tells a very different story there. TYT have certainly brought the pain, and they have made sure pushed Orbit back. It's really been Lexi that shut them down the most, 19-10 with 5 captures. But what a phenomenal performance from them in the second half. It is going to be Orbit that take this one. They took it on both halves, but it wasn't as one-sided as a lot of people in the community would have you believe.
No, not at all. Really, TYT did come out, showed the game skills. There's 4 points difference. Add that on, that makes it 36 points. You know, that is an impressive play there from TYT. To shut that down so well in the second half, it kind of makes you, think, why didn't they do that in the first half? What was the issue there? But going into the next game, this is going to be really, really interesting. Now, I believe there's an update there. I believe Infused.
A 1-0 up against Reason Gaming.
Reason Gaming, which is a good play for Infused. Just coming off a loss to TCM, exactly what they needed.
It certainly is.
Looking at the scoreboard here, I have to say, LXT 20 for 10, going double positive.
I told you to keep an eye on him, my man.
We did.
He never fails to go to it. But we'll be back with this search and destroy between these two teams right after the break.
Guys, welcome back live here at Gfinity, where we'll be joining the teams of TYT and Orbit in SND on Sovereign. Now, the lobby, we get in there in a minute. I just want to talk about Sovereign as a map on this mode. I love this map on this mode. It offers everything.
Yep.
It has everything that you would require in an S&D game. When you set up, and you have to be set up because the B push is real on this, but you need to hold that side. If you get anyone pushing top control, you could be in trouble.
I always like this. You said Bulldogs for the last map. They're on that map. However, this map you do regularly see them go into the enclosed area here. If they do go in there, this is one of those maps that just has so many different sightlines here. You've got to be up close and personal if you want to go for the B bomb. However, there are long sightlines everywhere on this one.
Yeah, I mean you've got literally you have straight down from yellow to blue. You, without a doubt, you've got the middle run. Even from the server room side, if you jump up on that window and pop out, you can see straight down. And you've also got the pick-offs on B.
I think we can see Vintage sniping a few times.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if Vintage brings that to the table, that could be a game changer there.
It'll be interesting to see which one of TYT actually goes against. I'm going to have a quick flick through the players. We have two Bulldogs, actually. Fearcrad and Insomnius are running them, which screams we're going B.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
They're running three Bulldogs. Quicker Than You, Fearcrad and Insomnius all have them out, and they're going to go against Jake, who's running one, and I think he's the only one there, but they are ready to match this. Lexi's the only one going to be running an AR for them.
Yeah, but are we going to see this, though? And I noticed this a lot recently. Teams run to the point, then change their loadout.
Yeah, it's one of them tricks you can do after a certain period of time. As long as you don't do anything, you can actually change your loadout just for a little bit of a speed boost so you can get in position quicker. But now on board with Quicker Than You, and he looks like he's going to go straight into B here.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful, though. On that open window on his right-hand side, he's going to put a trophy system down, protect himself from anything coming in. There is the shots fired. Vintage takes that first blow, taking out Quicker Than You. He's an Insomnius now going to cover on this right-hand side on top control on this B plant. He's the man with the bomb. He's going to literally sit down, goes onto the right-hand side. Now, this is a really interesting play. You cannot be seen from there. It has to come from the door. Bomb comes in. He's got to duck down and get out there fast. As he gets picked off by LXT, he cleaned that up nicely there.
Benny in a hole, but Benny is being flanked. Let's jump on board with who is that behind him. It's Jake, as you can actually see on Oracle mode. He must have seen him there. Jake hasn't seen him going into normal mode. He sees him now, though, as that shot's going down. A little bit of a late reaction by Jake, but incoming teabag. The disrespect going in. Jake, you didn't see him very quickly there. I'm not sure you can give him that level of disrespect.
I was going to say that if he had turned on him, then I would accept that. Unfortunately, a little bit too late, but that does mean Orbit go 1-0 up here. And I'll be honest, that was such a quick play. Are we going to see the same from Orbit, or are we going to go for the, I'm going to say, unpredictable A push?
Well, I think they're going to go probably safe and B once again. However, I did find out why the lobby restarted, actually. It was Benny Central had left the bot on going into the S&D. But there we go. Lexi putting a lot of shots down there with a thermal LMG. Let's move on to a different player. Luke is indoors, Oracle mode on. It's going to help us see through the smoke as well. There's a lot of shots going in. He's being tagged up, but he's actually pushed forward to the bomb. His teammate's going to go down. And now it's a 2 versus 3. And he is in a bit of a dangerous position. He knows he can't really move out. If he can see someone, he's going to be like, he actually sees someone poke up there. He should be able to make that kill. He's put a lot of points down. Does make it.
Great play there. Orbit Luke been a great defensive play. He was stuck in that room, took it slowly, but there's actually one underneath him in Snake. He's going to go down. He's going to get seen surely on the right-hand side. Shots fired. He is down. That bomb is now stuck in Snake. So it is a 1-on-2 situation. LXT has to be aware. Look at this plays there. 1, 2,
the drop
down.
Shot LMG.
1-on-1. Can he pull this off here, Bryce? Because he's got to pick that bomb up, and it is in Snake. It's a really difficult position to pick that up from.
That player knows where the bomb
yeah,
is. He's
he
going
does.
to challenge now with a pistol. Can he take him? No, he moves. He actually sees the takes him down. He saw the barrel of his gun stick out, and Lexity went for the chase. You will see that again in the final kill cam. He just glimpsed him as he was coming around the corner, saw the player run away, goes and takes him 2-0 now to Orbit.
He is 4-0, Bryce, and that was a great way to win that round for these guys. I'd say if I was Orbit and NXT right now, I would be buzzing, because he just come round that corner like a steam train, and nothing was stopping that pistol. he was just too fast off the draw. As we see straight, look at this. They're actually going for an A plant. As we see quicker than you going underneath. He's just going to go on the pop up in the middle, see who's around, take that advantage. He sees one there, gets much, shots fired, hits taken. As one is left, great play, pulling that shot off there. One on top control, as you can see from Oracle mode. He's now got to hold this under lineup because it is 1-on-3 and it's down to LXT once more.
It's just going to fear crowd there. As you can actually see the players about to come around the corner at him. Does manage to pick it up, and TYT take that search and destroy round. 2-1 to Orbit, but they have answered back. Lexi is going to be the last man to go down, as you will see in your final kill cam. Fear crowd's ready and waiting.
Yeah, he knew he was there. Great communication there from TYT, calling out the plays, and that really run them that round there. Now, this is where Orbit need to come into play. They need to continue this. If they drop this round, it is 2 apiece, which means they're going to let TYT back in, and that's the last thing that these guys want to do. LXT running straight up the stairs. He's going to push through over onto yellow. In all honesty, I think he's going to, yeah, he is. He's going to go for the actual map room there. Shots fired. And this is interesting. In fact, they're going for the wallbang just to make sure that nobody is there. So, you know, he's going to call that as literally 2 on his left. He backed up, didn't he?
He got out of there very sharpish. He was not going to hang around once he saw that player. Now he's actually going to be taken down by Insomnia's bottom. Orbit are down a man. As he's down, they're down 2 men. It's up to Jake. Jake going to go for the plant, but there's another gun off the field while he does it. And it's going to be, is he going to get shot? He got tagged up there now. He's going to be so nervous because he knows he doesn't want to leave his teammate in a 1 versus 4. He comes around the corner, he's going to get hit fire. It's up to Vintage. Vintage has to pull off the clutch here. That's actually going to be taken down straight away. And TYT are going to get the defuse. And now it's 2-2.
I tell you what, Orbit opened that door slightly. TYT just burst it right open, bringing them back into the game. It's 2-2. Look at the kills in. Insomnia's 4-3 with 1 plant, 4-2 for Krads, 3-2 for Benny Central, and quicker than you on the 1-2. It's very much, in retrospective, matching the scores, it looks very even across the board, as the scores suggest. It just seems it's trade for trade, 2 for 2, and do you know, something Orbit really need to take control of this this defense here, because I feel this could be a weak point for them. But they TYT, and you did call it before, you did say SND could be the change in map. I would like to see Orbit maybe a little bit tighter.
Is Lexi going to ride this the whole way down? He's actually seen a player there. Is he going to do the sneaky trick? No, he's actually going to back off. He's not going to ride it down. Orbit once again losing the first couple of picks. And now they are 2 versus 4. He's throwing that nade out. That might actually catch somebody. He's got to be so careful. There are players everywhere. He's going to be taken down as well there. It's now Luke for the 1 versus 4. Now TYT looking so dominant. I did say if TYT were going to take a map, it's going to be this one.
Yeah, you know, you could have hit that now right in the hand, and there we go. He didn't check. I'll tell you what, that was an error 101 here, because he just walked straight past, didn't even look behind him, and that can be a major issue. It just seems to me the aggression have gone. Now, guys, we do have an update on the scores for you. We're going to LA is 1-1 versus Aware. You ready, Bryce? TCM 1, Tech 1.
Yep, I will admit that's going the way I thought it might do. I said it's going to be 3-1.
Yeah,
I still think it's going to be in TCM's favour, but we're concentrating on the game at hand now. It's Orbit Luke we're on board with, and they're going to go for the A push.
Can I ask you, do you think that the aggressiveness on this is actually going into the advantage here of TYT? Because they're not giving the guys from Orbit enough time to set up.
It's interesting. Look at that flank, though. Who is that? It's Fearcrad has gone all the way round. He could catch a few players here. I'm going to jump on board with him as he does come up the back. And he's going to see somebody in mid. He's going to take down 1. Is he going to be able to get a second one here in the generator room? He does get a second one as well. Fearcrad's coming around. There's a third there. He's not going to get him. His teammate's going to try and clean it up. It's now Vintage in a 1 versus 3.
I have to say, though, being honest, Vintage is 1-5. If you were at TYT, this is a situation you'd rather be. He's going to pick a kill off there. There goes down quicker than you. He's going to pull off another one. Great play.
Doesn't get the clutch. Taken down as now TYT take the lead 4-2.
That is exactly the way I think that you called it, to be honest with you. They really have opened the door. They've pushed their way through. Orbit need to shut this down now. Look at Insomnius. He is 6-3. Crad 7-3. 5-3 for Benny Central. They have 2 plants coming away with Insomnius, and that is what is making the difference. Because as soon as these guys are getting the plants on the attacking way, they're returning that onto Orbit, and Orbit have no answer. They're not coming back with anything. They need to sit down, rework their strategies, and say, hang on a minute, we've got to stop this counter, because Krads all the time seems to be coming round from behind and just taking them out.
He does now. Luke trying to defend this. Let's just jump ball back with the attacking team again. Quicker than you. Just crept up that ladder into mid. And he's going to be very careful. Here's a player jump down and he's going to get slapped. But Orbit is still down a man compared to the team TYT. Now he's going to push forward. Someone's going to go for the plant. That's going to give them the advantage even more.
And this is what I just said. It does come down to that. It is the fact that they're now getting that aggressive plant. It's now pushing Orbit on the defensive front because they've got to get the defuse. Not only that, they have to get the plant, but is Luke, he's going for a defuse. He has been seen.
He's been seen.
He gets taken out. That is 5-2. And that's pretty much the way it's gone since they took that fourth round.
It is, and there we go. Insomulus does manage to know he's there. Comes round 7-3. Figcrad's 9-3. Benny 6-3. Quickly the only man negative there, but they are one round away from taking a map off of Orbit, and Orbit are not going to be happy about that.
No, I have to say, if I was Orbit, I would be a little bit perturbed because, you know, Orbit are a strong team, and at S&D, I really would have thought, on my opinion, I saw the plays last time. They lost a couple, they went in and they won their S&D, they won the Blitz, and they won their domination. Now, I would have actually thought on the side of TYT, they would have taken the round of Blitz. If that continues to do so, we could see an upset. TYT could take this against Orbit here.
They certainly could. Now, Vintage just on board with him there. He's just trying to sneak. If he can find a player, he's actually seen one at the top of the stairs. He's going to prime that nade for him.
Ooh.
Doesn't get away. He doesn't manage to get that kill. Orbit failing at every single turn here. Now Jake going to go back in the mid. He sees one. Doesn't get him anyway. Lexity now last alive. Can he keep the hopes of Orbit for this map? He's going to see one there. He goes for the shots. Takes him. Now 1 versus 3. Sees another one. Takes him as well. Lexity still trying to do this. Goes for the wall bang. Doesn't manage to get him and stop him from defusing. And there we go. TYT are taking the map. And it looks like these 9 PM games are all going to go 1-1.
This is absolutely awesome. Oh, I'll take my hat off to you. So you called that from the start. S&D wise, they really stepped that up.
Yeah, you did. I did say if Finnish steps it up, it won't be that way. But he didn't. He went 4-8. TYT managed to take that one. And just before we go to a quick break, guys, if you want to tweet at the social media once again, at Gfinity is the Twitter. The Facebook is Gfinity UK. The YouTube is Gfinity TV, where you can catch the VODs of all the games we show, and of course the website gfinity.net, which is new and shiny. So we will be back with the Blitz map right after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We are going to go into map number 3. It's going to be Blitz, and it's TYT versus Orbit. TYT just took the S&D. That was a little bit of an upset for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was indeed. You did call it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I actually called TYT to take Blitz. Blitz on this, it is again going to be a case of holding that line and being extremely defensive, because one is easier to defend than the other. Now, if I was Orbit, I would actually push and hold this at an angle from the underground all the way through. As we see early shots there from Insomnius taking out Luke, LXT taking out Fearcraz. As we jump back on with LXT, it's only 1 kill to him. If you're looking at the plays already, it's 1-0 in the way of Orbit, with Vintage coming in sneakily taking that play. Didn't see that one coming. Very, very early capture there from Orbit, and maybe that is a sign of things to come.
However, it has been traded 1-1 now as we jump on board with Jake. Going to put the hammer down. I feel like this just might go the way of Orbit. However, they're about to lose another point as they have let somebody pass. It's now 2-1 in favour of TYT. But here they come. Jake needs to jump in here. Is he going to get this one? He does not get it. He gets the kill, but dies. The Bulldog being so good at defending there. And now TYT are turning up, but they have to keep going. Fearcrad's picking up a kill that was vital. Let's jump on board with that Orbit member, as he's going to go and bring it back to 2-2.
Orbit, look here, running top crates, holding this right-hand side. Do you know the play that we're going to see? And we're going to pick off a kill there. Great play by Luke, managing to clean that up nicely. Running round towards this back through the lumber, cuts off that section, which is an ideal position for these guys to be in, as he picks off again another great kill to hold this line. If he manages to take this area here, it will be great for Orbit. It will allow their teams to come in, and he will just pick off, as we see there, not even going for the contest. There's one on his right-hand side. He's just going to sit there, and this is what they need to do. It means it allows them to pick them off,
Luke.
And they're going to push forward.
Luke played that perfectly there.
Yeah.
He knew that the team would look for him. They didn't find him, so he's pushed through. Orbit now 4-2 ahead. And they're going to try and hold this. But look at the pressure now coming in from them. Fearcrad's going to make a kill up top. His teammate's going to push that at the same time. They're trying to defend it at the moment. Fearcrad's also going down. Let's jump on ball with Insomulus. He actually gets a point. And it's going to be Benny Central left deep in enemy territory. Can he get the relay? He drops. And now Orbit are going to clear their lines and go for the push once again.
Yeah, Vintage pushing through on towards mid-tracks here, taking the cover. Surprisingly, I think he's just shutting the doors there now. Leaving those doors open can be a pretty negative thing. It allows them as well to push it, come around the back or go through the top. So either way you look at, they've just got to hold this section. Doesn't seem to be many of the guys from Orbit defending. We've got one here, which is obviously Luke and his teammate now going into main section. Luke clearing up nicely, taking out quicker than you, holding this left-hand side, checking mid-tracks. This is what Orbit are good at doing. They take a time, they're picking off the kills, and allow their plays as he takes, again, clears up nicely from the underneath. I'm going to say at the present moment in time, if this is the way that goes on the return, Orbit will push even harder.
So we'll look at that. Orbit going to go drop down, and it's going to be 6-4. Let's jump on board with Jake as he tries to clear house, push forward once again. Orbit are playing this now. I'm surprised they're not trading more. Look, there's another player going in. Who is that? It's going to be Insomnius. Just walks it in. And now it's 1 point in it again as he spawns up. And you can actually see players. They're being very sneaky here, TYT. They're just constantly trying to get players through to trade rather than try and face Orbit on pure gunpowder.
I think that is the best way to take this. I think TYT are playing a smarter game. They're allowing to come through, taking, hiding away, rather than taking the challenge, and you can see it's working in their favour. They've managed to close that gap. It is 7-5 as Orbit brought it in. He is, look at this. And
he's done it. That's the second time he's done that. And look, they've all pushed out, and he goes, you know what, my teammate went in 10 seconds ago. I know I've managed to get past you all. I've done it again. Oh, if we jump on board with him, I'm fairly certain he actually walked directly behind the player.
He did.
And just kept going, as it's now 8-5 to favour of Orbit. And you can see Luke, is he going to do it again? Is he going to be so sneaky? He's getting the kills, but he's also being so ridiculously sneaky.
But see, this is the smart way to play this map.
I see, he's going to do it again.
Look
at
at that.
Just walk in.
3 players. 3 players he just walked past. It was like...
I think he's found a gap in their defence.
And I think that is a huge one as he gets taken out there with a knife from Benny Central. But he's got that down to a T. He's utilising the gameplay, and you see this a lot of time where a team will challenge rather than go for the capture. He's just walking through. He's got it down. He's 10-6-5, 10-7-2 for Jake, 8-8 for Vintage, LXT 9-8. Great scores on the board, and you can see why they're 11-6. really, TYT need to do the same. They need to step this up now.
We're doing 10 minutes now. Getting the kill. He's going to open the front door. Is he going to be able to sneak through? His teammate actually got in. However, he knows all of Orbit actually spawn up. It's 11-7 now. He's going to go down. Benny pushing forward. Fearcrad's pushing forward. He sees a player there. Goes for the knife. Doesn't manage to get it. Benny going down at the same time as Orbit reduced them to nothing. And now they're going to push forward. Luke is currently defending as it goes 11-7 into the second half. I actually have an update for you there, and you're going to be happy about this one, Silverback.
Am I?
Tech are 2-1 up against TCM, moving on to the domination.
Really? 2-1.
Yeah.
Well played, boys. Really well played. I have to say, Tech have been an immensely strong team, and you know, it's the underdog power. It really is. But, you know, let's get back into this game. Now, on the return, are we going to see Luke do the same thing? Or are we going to see the guys here from TYT push and be aggressive? Now, I like the spawn this side. I feel that it's easier to get captures from, to get blitz captures from this. If you get a trade for trade in the middle, the stronger team will take it. But look at Benny Central, and this is my favourite play. I love this because it allows him to jump up. He's going to get that capture straight off the bat, and do you know what? He's going to repeatedly do this if they do not shut him down. Great play there, picking off a kill, doing a job, coming back, clearing it up nicely, and he's going for the hammer. There's Insomnus straight away. Look at that. 2 captures. They've closed this right down within under 40 seconds. Well played to TYT as we see Insomnus with the Bulldog again, playing more defensive as his teammate moves forward. And if we're looking up here, there's actually one there. There he goes. There's Orbit Jake. He's going to slide in. He gets rejected. And 3 down here for TYT.
Trying to jump on board with that player there, and it's actually going to be Luke. By the look of it, he gets in again. Look at the catcher there. Luke has got 6. He's 14-8. He's certainly bringing his A game to this blitz now. They certainly don't want to go 2-1 down against TYT as he's going to get shanked though. And now Jake, are they going to clear? Jake's going to get taken down at the same time. And you can actually see how many players of TYT are pushing forward. There comes Insomnus around the corner. And they are going to get one here regardless. Insomnus is going to go down. And they've managed to get one, but it's not going to be traded as that kill actually went off. It's quicker than you that stopped the trade. And then they brought it back to 2 points.
Great plays here by TYT. It's 12 points to 10 in the favour of Orbit. And you know what? They seem to have played, as I said, a more tactical game this half, with Fearcrad's picking up a lovely 2 kills there. Moving through, he's going to hold this section, goes for the reload, needs to hold tight. There's one coming from his right. He takes that, cleans that up nicely as we see Orbit look. He's looking for the attack there. He needs to be careful. It's Krads that's up top. Is he going to get? He gets taken out. Krads must get this portal. He does, as Jake gets some hit markers, won't stop him. It's 12-12, and this is where TYT come back. We could be both right.
Player. Orbit have actually lost a player at the worst possible moment. They are down against TYT, and it's 12-12. What a bad time to actually lose somebody. Lexley is timed out, and that is going to be so frustrating for them.
That really will. Do you know what? I know, not taking anything away from TYT, but before that happened, these guys were being ever so aggressive. We see capture for capture, 13 points apiece. Orbit still in this game with 3 players. It is still a possibility to win this, and you know they're just going to push forward.
I think they've given up by the look of it.
I think they may have. They're just
no, they're still going forward. However,
Jake
losing. Jake is going to try and turn it up. They have been in this situation before. Can they hold on? That is going to be the key question. They need to just really find their world-winning class if they're going to have any hope. Look, TYT actually stacking the defense. He takes one off the head glitch. Going to go down at the same time. Vintage pushing forward to try and reject any kills going in. Another one's going to go in. Vintage taken down. It's 15-14. Orbit are holding on by the smallest of margins, trying to keep this in contest.
The thing is, if he joins back, then there's an advantage there straight away. And that could have been the reason why they weren't moving at that point, is sending an invite out. Now, what they've got to do is keep that point, that gap between them, just a single point. Any more, we could see a bit of a trouble for Orbit to and struggle back. I ain't going to say it. They can still win this, okay? It only takes 10 seconds to get the lead back and then to gain a point ahead. They need to hold this. It's 16-14 as we see a quick capture there from TYT. It does go into their favour, but at the present moment in time, funny enough, you called the SND, I've actually called the Blitz, and it's working out. TYT are going to be 1 round away as we see Orbit Luke take a knife there. Can we see a capture which will bring them now 15-18 as we're seeing point for point, and it's just running away from him here, Brosy.
The total problem is not Lexley, it's Xbox Live has actually kicked an awful lot of people off. So we are having a few issues in this game,
Right.
unfortunately, but it's not something we can really help.
No, that is obviously out of our control here. As much as we'd like to have it sorted, we can't do anything. All we can do is run with what we have here. Is Orbit Jake pushing forward. He gets shots fired. There's one, gets taken out on the second. Again, the MTAR, big place from that gun as we see Orbit look pushing through. They're on his right hand side, but he manages to capture that. Doesn't get seen. Thankfully saved there by the Iron Girder on his right hand side. He's now pushing through to mid map. There's the player there on top, Train on mid tracks. He's going to go over towards the green Train. But careful on his right hand side, does have his teammate Jake in front of him. Again with a great play there by Luke. Shanking in Somulus as he moves through, gets taken out. It's 16-18. It is over. This round goes to TYT.
It does. There's the worst luck for Orbit. They looked so strong on there. You've got to wonder, with that small of a gap, 3v4, could Orbit have come back in that with severe force? But it's not to be. Luke, look at him, 24-15 with 10 captures, certainly doing incredible work with his team. And you know what? It's going to be 2-1 to TYT versus Orbit. Will they take Orbit down? Find out in the fourth map. It's going to be domination. We'll see you soon, right after the break. Hello and welcome back to the coverage from Gfinity. We are not going to go live into the next game. We are currently waiting for the players to rejoin as we speak, so don't go anywhere. But first, we have a look at the DLC for Call of Duty from the man called Mantruce.
What is going on, everybody? Mantruce here for Gfinity. Today I'm in central London at the Onslaught DLC release event for Call of Duty Ghosts. We're going to be seeing exactly what the DLC has to offer and get some people's opinions on the content. So let's get right to it. Maps are always important in any Call of Duty DLC, and Onslaught is no exception. Inside it, you'll find 4 brand new maps. Bayview, an idyllic coastal plaza featuring a moving tram. The second is Containment, a rundown Mexican town with a nuclear disaster in the middle. The third is Fog, a gloomy, horror-styled map where you can turn into none other than Michael Myers. And then the fourth and final map is Ignition, which is a remake of Scrapyard with the addition of a few different things, including an awesome rocket that you can shoot into the sky. The maps look and play very well, but don't take it from me. Let's see what the other attendees have to say.
Release the savage.
Bayview, that's the one with the trolley in it. Trolley is really fun.
Bayview has an awesome cart in it which you can sit in and it literally goes around the map and everyone
Which
has
he
done
kept
through
killing
that.
me from, by the
Yeah.
way, when we were playing earlier. Bayview, then we've got the Mexican map. It is called
The one with the radiation.
Radiation in the middle.
Containment, I played a couple maps, a couple times, and I like it so far.
Then we have Fog, which is an interesting one because it's like a horror-themed map.
Fog was really good, like the Michael Myers thing.
Yeah, that was actually one of the bigger maps, surprisingly. Didn't expect that.
And so the last map, Ignition, the remake of Modern Warfare 2's Scrapyard.
Yeah.
You got to be a fan, right?
Love it. It's just, it feels a lot similar to Scrapyard from Modern Warfare 2.
Even though it's a remake map, I absolutely love it.
I thought it looked cool.
So it seems to me that everybody is happy with the maps in the DLC. However, we can't forget the 2 new guns. Well, kind of like the one new gun that doubles up as a rifle and a sniper rifle. It's called the Maverick, and it's actually kind of 2 different guns in the assault rifle and sniper rifle category. Everyone also had opinions on this new killer rifle.
Kind of predicted it would be better as an assault rifle, and I think that's definitely the case.
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of kick to it.
The assault rifle, I actually really like it. It's got like a really high fire rate. Kind of reminds me of the SA-805.
The new gun's quite good as well.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think if you're a good sniper, you'll probably be able to use it well.
Now, this is where things got a bit weird. A guy in a motorbike helmet walked in with our lunch and then was introduced as the Ghost, a pro Call of Duty player who we would get to play in a free-for-all tournament. He wiped the floor with everyone, with Ali A coming second. I came a respectable 5th. Which professional Call of Duty player do you think the Ghost could be? Maybe this in-depth interview will give you some clues. So, guys, I'm here with the Ghost, I think his name is. Is that right? The Ghost won an epic free-for-all battle against the likes of Ali A, Benny Central, a couple others, and myself, of course. I just want to get his thoughts on it. You know, like how did that go? Like when did you start in Call of Duty? How have you got to the point you're at now? Do you have a face? Stuff like that. Yeah, this is going nowhere fast, so I don't know if you just want to like, I don't know, I could try like a couple other, no, okay. Yeah, he's gone, he has left the room. Yeah. That's it. The final thing that the DLC has to offer is Episode 1 Nightfall, the latest addition to the Extinction game mode. It's a whole new map and continues the storyline from Point of Contact. The new aliens, the Phantom and the Breeder, have certainly been ruffling people's feathers. And in general, I think people are pretty excited about this new episode. That's about it for today, everybody. Onslaught is looking absolutely awesome. The new guns, the new maps, and the new installment in the Extinction game type. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gfinity channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to my personal YouTube channel as well, Mantruce, and follow me on Twitter at ParlaGilroySen. Oh, and one more thing, keep your eyes peeled for more news on Gfinity 3. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Studios, where we have coverage of the UK and Ireland leagues tonight. And let's say it's got a bit wild would be an understatement. It turns out pretty much every game has had an issue, different issues for different games. So it's taken a while to sort through all the red tape and the arguments from both sides. So we are currently waiting for a decision on this game. I believe what is happening is Orbit kind of want to replay. They believe they were up and on the better side was what I saw.
Yeah.
And they're asking TYT if they'll do the sportsman thing and replay. Technically, the rules mean that they are TYT are well within their rights to say, no, we've played by the rules, we won that match, we're going to continue, and that we are literally just waiting for a decision. It's going to come to the point soon where that decision will be taken away and we will play on regardless.
Yeah, that's it. And also to point out that Orbit are still down a player.
Yeah.
So regardless or not, that we're into a fourth map, whether they're going to be playing with 3 or 4 is still unknown. As soon as we get anything or any information with that, we will give that straight back to you. So as soon as we get any other scores in as well, we will feed those directly to you. They should come up on the bottom of your screen, which is right below me right here.
Yep.
And obviously that will give you an update on what is happening. If you want to know any further information, follow us on Twitter at Gfinity, and then you have also Facebook, which is Gfinity UK. We then have our VODs, which is Gfinity TV, and also hop onto gfinity.net, which is shiny, bright and new and has lots of glossy things.
I have several updates for you that have just come rocketing in.
Ooh.
Aware Gaming 3-1 against WGLA. And also, the offer to replay has been declined. They will continue to the next match. It's 2-1 to TYT.
I tell you what, you called SND, I called Blitz. They could actually...
I don't think you can call yours as a win there. You cannot have a disconnect as your prediction being right.
Oh, well, I have to say they were pulling it back as he disconnected 12-12. Anyway, as it stands, 2-1 in map ratio 2Ds. As I say that, literally at the bottom of my right-hand side here, we see LXT has now joined into the lobby. So as soon as we get this going, we will go live with these guys.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to this one now because there is some heat in this game. There'll be a very, very angry Orbit team. I've already seen a few tweets from some of them. They're going to be really, really fired up.
I'll tell you what.
Are they going to rise to the occasion and now bury TYT?
I was going to say, if anything, we could be seeing a 5th map here because the aggression is going to be high. I hope it doesn't get to the point where they become overly aggressive and forget what they're playing for.
Yeah.
And that could be a downfall. I myself, Domination, Sovereign, again, we've said this so many times. It is going to be nades, trophy systems, all at B. And do you know, Fearcrads has this ability as well to move around and neutralise the opposing flag, either A or C. So I myself cannot wait how this one's going to pan out. What are we going to see here? We're going to see some great IRs. Are we going to see vintage sniping? It's all to play for.
Oh, I'm just going to focus on Lexity for a minute because I know him. He is going to be.
He will be
so angry that disconnect cost him. So I want to see just how, if he goes huge, it'll be silly because the adrenaline will be dumping into his system, making him so fast. But don't count out TYT. They are 2-1 up. They can feel like they've got this game in the bag now, and it's going to be an intense game regardless.
Psychologically, TYT do have the advantage. They were being asked for the actual replay. They've said no. They've brought that level back to them. So, you know, again, it's going to be a case of, I think the team who wants it most will take this. I can see an upset coming, possibly in the way for TYT.
Well, here we go. Lexity's going to be pushing forward straight away off the bat. It looks like he might go straight for the B push. He sees one. He takes him down straight away. There is another player just behind him. He's being contested. He gets taken down as well. Now on board with Benny Central as they are looking down B against Orbit almost straight away. Orbit not the start they want to come back into this game.
Not at all, as we see. Look at this, quicker than you, managing to secure that B flag for TYT. He has a player comes to his left-hand side, picks up that nicely, cleans up. One on his left and one comes behind. They're going to get the neutralisation surely, but it's Insomnius trying to take the kills, managing to take LXT. Faircrowds pulls that look, and it's all going down here on the B point, and plays by play. It's Jake that takes a kill, contest it. They're now going to gain that back into the favour of Orbit. He's just going to move around. There's 3 players here. 1, 2. Oh,
this is
beautiful.
AR Jake right now. Jake has a habit of doing this. If he's not happy with the way a game is going, he will pull out an AR until he feels comfortable enough to run SMG again. So I think he's just going to keep slaying, doing what he does best. But he has locked it down, and now they have control of the B point. Vintage going to try and stop TYT as they are trying to stack around that B area. He gets the assist. There is 1 player left in there. They're being very cautious just to hold it down as TYT are going to break into C.
Great plays there. Look at this. He's just going to go for the neutralisation. And this is what I said before. And we saw this last week from TYT. On this domination map, they held the professional play to hold the map, trying to pick out the plays. Look at this. It is A and C to TYT, 23-25. The score is so close. And I think this is what it's going to be through the middle. As we're seeing for a B push, he gets taken off as he was going to contest quicker than you. But Benny Central took out Luke, but also took out Fearcrads. Great advantage. And I'll tell you, TYT could upset Orbit here because they are very, very strong.
That's what they do now, quicker than you pushing. And you know, he's not, he's going to stay there actually. This is interesting. Quicker than you decides just to hold and not go anywhere for the moment as A, they are losing currently. C has been neutralised at the same time. 33-30, currently TYT in the lead. Can the Orbit squad come back into this? Vintage currently 7-4 as I jump to him. Jake 8-4. He's going to get shot in the side. Is he going to be able to dodge this one away as he tries to score B? Does go down. Has neutralised it. Lexity coming forward. Can he get the 2? He does get the 2. As I said, Lexity has a point to prove now.
Yeah, he really does. He's got the bit between his teeth. There's one on his left-hand side. Teammate Luke takes it off. Looks for the long range. No one there. He gets taken out. There goes the trophy system. Means they now gain control of B and A. Pushing up from underneath. Going towards C. He's literally coming back round as they're losing this. He then, I'll tell you what, that was great play. Teammate comes in, clears it out for him nicely. Picking off a great kill there as well.
Look how quick he's going now. He's on a 3 streak. Keep pushing forward. He's going to try and lock down A. He's getting shot at. Can he knock the guy off the head? And he's just
struggling.
He is. He's not going to get him, and he's going to lose that point as well. He's going to go around here and challenge. Does lose that gunfight as well. Orbit are not able to push TYT back as they would want to in this domination.
Orbit actually taking the lead by 2 points here. Great plays though. They've struggled to do this. If they can hold this C and B, we will see them go into the second round up by around about 10 points, which will be a good advantage to them. And you know, this really could see a change up here from Orbit. They've really had the bit between their teeth now.
However, they all go down. Benny's the only one left up. Look at them swarm that point to get it quickly. And it's actually a trophy system that drops them. Benny comes in, takes one. There's nobody left to challenge him on this B point. He's got to be taken down. He is securing. He has managed to neutralise at the very least. Player coming up the ladder. Can he manage to get out there? No! Oh, he's just so close! Benny managed to get it in the nick of time, and they are slightly behind now. 61-56 in favour of Orbit, but Orbit are being pushed back by TYT straight there. As you can see them being knocked down. C has been neutralised. Great opportunity in the last minute for TYT to take the lead.
Look at this. It's 1 point in it. TYT on here with Insomnius. They're actually securing C, which gives them B, and got triple cap to Orbit. That was great play there. Really spawned nicely for these guys from TYT. And Orbit will be fuming because you look at the scores. It's 66-62 as we see Benny Central get taken down on the right-hand side. Starting to calm down a little bit. Looking on Jake's going to take this kill. He gets taken out quicker than you. Is that little bit faster. They're just knocking them off this B dom because every time they're pushing in, TYT are just really dragging them back out with 24 seconds to go. It's 73-66. Right, I actually didn't see this coming. TYT have really set well and they've pushed back with that 3 dom. That really has given them the advantage.
They will go into the second half in the league. Luke just holding down B. It has not been the half for Orbit this time round, and it's going to end, I think, 79-70. Is it going to tick over again? It does, just at the end. 80-71, a 9-point lead for TYT. Can they hold this now? Will they 3-1 Orbit? Orbit, I said I thought they had a point to prove. They haven't done it yet.
Look at the scores though there, Bryce. It's 4 captures for Quicker Than You, 5 for Insomnius, 4 for Crads, 2 for Benny Central. You know, and then you compare it to the other side. They had Orbit had the higher amount of captures, but they just couldn't hold it, and they were answered back every time. Orbit were asking the questions. TYT came back with the answers.
They certainly have done. As we're going to go to the second half, I believe we've actually got a disconnect there. And it is going to be Lexity, unfortunately, before we go into the second half. However, a score update, it's TCM 2, Tech 2. It's going to go right down to the last map on that one. We have ended up having too much of a delay. I'm hoping we can jump into it, but never mind. Lexity is back, so we're going to go into the second half of this one. And I'm sure there are a lot of TYT fans out there jumping up and down in their seat because TYT are holding Orbit.
I tell you what, they're not just holding them, they're actually pushing them. And
This could really jeopardise Orbit's place in the league.
Yeah, it really can. That would mean then 2 wins, 2 losses. No, it would be Orbit roughly around about 3 wins, 2 losses, which is a big gap, to be honest, for Orbit. They need to win every single game if they've got a chance of coming through.
I believe if TYT, because TYT actually won their first game tonight, which means if I got this correct, they will still be behind Orbit, but just.
Yeah, it would be rounds, and their game would come into consideration into that. So, jumping into this, I'm going to say that this is, I would say, a preferred side to spawn for TYT. Last time they played this map, they really pushed forward, they held the points, and they cut off so accurately. And
they were just matching it. It was just matching them everywhere, no matter what slaying power Orbit brought to the table. The TYT team matched them every single step of the way. They even brought on a 3-cap against Orbit and just gained the lead that way. So here we go, second half, all to play for. Jumping on board first of all with Orbit Luke.
Yeah, Luke really needs, to be honest with you, they're going to push directly onto A. You're going to get players bump it up. I have a funny feeling you're going to see them push. There we go. They're actually literally going to go on this right-hand side and try and cut off that B dom. And that is a great start for these guys. If they can get this early, that will give them a huge advantage as nades come over. There goes the trophy system. Just too late as he gets taken out by Benny's nade. Great nade from Benny. Gives them another advantage. Plays there again. Insomnia's taking out LXT. And from the start, it does seem to be TYT, the more aggressive team, and the plays are coming off better for these guys. I'll tell you, this is another good start, but it's Jake now holding the speed on, contested. See, every time they jump on there, TYT just have an answer. LXT's now on it. It's going to be contested. It's going to be pushed because there's one coming from his right-hand side. Shots fired. Oh, blinded again. I'll tell you, it is just going to be about this B-dom here, Bryce. It's kill for kill.
Look at the two teams battle for it there. Jake is holding there. He's determined not to let the other team in, which is why he's holding here. And you can see somebody actually climb up the ladder now, being very careful. Jake goes in. He's going to see one up top, one behind him as well. He's going to get caught in the crossfire, and he goes down. Lexity is going to come against 3. He doesn't get it either. Luke is going to put it down, but it's already gone now. It is in favour of TYT on this one. Orbit are really up against the wall here.
Yeah, they are struggling. I can't really see them gaining anything back. If they manage to push, they need to neutralise A. They have to do this. There's a player there contesting his right-hand side. Shots fired. He gets taken out. Oh! Great plays by Luke. He had no idea where he was. The smoke was impairing his vision. He really managed to pull that. Great play. That brings him back. But I have to say, A has been contested and neutralised, which is now going to give TYT another advantage to push forward.
It's going to be up to the member of Orbit who is left in that area. It was in fact Lexity, but he's dropped as well. And I'm going to go on board with Luke. Luke has to hold B now. They have the advantage back in there. Caught once again, Orbit. They've just got to try and hold it. As you can see them all come through. Lexity now going to go up top. He's going to be taken. He sees one. He drops him. However, they are going to capture this so quickly as they have got the bodies in. And he gets taken down from top as well. And it goes back in favour of TYT, changing every single second. 29 to 28 in favour of TYT at the moment. Luke goes back in again. He gets taken down and reply. And Orbit, like I said, they are being matched step for step by TYT at this moment.
TYT came to play, and that is exactly what they're doing. The aggression play. Vintage putting off a kill. He goes for a reload. He gets taken out. Quicker than you is quicker than him, without a shadow of doubt, as Luke gets to... And I tell you what, every time we jump on with an Orbit player, TYT just take them out. There's a player to his right-hand side, you can see, but that is no good. Krads pulls him off. It is 43 to 35. TYT have everything covered here. I am so impressed with the way they have this set up.
They are, and look like they might go for the triple cap once again. This is certainly showing TYT can hang. It was quicker than you goes up top. He's going to see another one shutting him down. They're going for it at the same time. He's trying to put some shots on. He's managed to neutralise it. It's neutralised. They're going for B. Orbit R. So quicker than you's going to go right round to A. And this could be just curtains for Orbit as luckily go quicker than you takes him down as well, and they are just being picked apart by TYT, who have turned up and said, you know what, we took the last map, but we're going to take this one by gun skill.
Do you know what? You don't get points for kindness in here, and that is nothing short of aggressiveness from TYT. Love the way they're playing. Quicker than you is 11 for 6. This guy is having an amazing game as we see Orbit go for neutralization, then capture that C point. Great play, pushing for B1 there. Manages to put him on. Oh, he gets turned on. His player comes in and Krads takes that kill. I tell you, looking at the score with a minute left, it's 46 to 62, Bryce. Is it too late for Orbit to come back?
It could be. It's going to be so difficult for Orbit to come back in this one. They kind of need the triple cap just to get it back, and I don't think they can do it. I think this might have gone to TYT, and if it is going to be done, but they're going for the triple cap now. They know they need it. It's going to be up to Lex, and he has to hold B. He picks off one. He has to do something here in the middle to just desperately try and hold on. Quicker than you, takes him down. It's up to Jake to neutralize A, and I think that's going to be all over, as I don't think Orbit can come back from this point.
Looking at the lead they had before here, Orbit need to take at least a 20-point gap. They really do. So they've got to gain these. Well, coming up now to
going for the
8
triple cap
points.
again.
They've got no option here, Bryce. He's got to push. He's literally one spawn on his right-hand side. This is the favour that falls into TYT. They are answering everything here. It's 69 to 65. They need to push.
I think it's too late. I think TYT have just taken it. Orbit come straight back and try to hold on for the triple cap, and Lex, you can see he's not moving. He knows they lost. They lost both halves of the domination as they quit out, and that is an upset here in the leagues. Nobody expected TYT to take this one, and you know what? I predicted there'll be a playoff with TYT versus We Going LA. That, I don't think, is any longer on the cards. It'll probably be Orbit who have to fight for survival in the leagues, as I think the TYT team have done fantastically well.
TYT have been amazing, and ladies and gentlemen, what a game to finish tonight. These guys from
upset.
Yeah, TYT, we said before, anything can happen. The underdogs can come victorious. It happens in every sport, and esports is no different. Fearcrads and the boys, Benny Central, Insomnius, Quick and New, they must be buzzing, because I'll tell you what, I would never have then picked them being Orbit.
That was an incredibly intense game, and what a way to finish Monday Night Leagues here at Gfinity. Guys, one last time, the social media, it's Gfinity on Twitter, it's Gfinity